So, Keir Starmer, Sir Flip-Flop, has decided in his first King's speech he wants to remove the hereditary peers from Parliament. What is he playing at? He needs to leave the hereditary peers alone. That's right. This might be controversial because I am a commoner. I am not, or would never be in the House of Lords. But even me, when I was a child, when I was 14, and assume what Tony Blair was doing to the House of Lords, by removing the hereditary peers, I could see how dangerous that was. I could see how that wasn't desirable. You have an elected chamber, the House of Commons. They make law and they have primacy and they take precedence over the Lords. Only money bills can originate in the House of Commons. All of this is fine. What I don't like is politicians messing with things that have been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. I don't like that. I do not like that at all as a British man, okay? There's something to be said about having people in the House of Lords that have not been elected. They've been and not appointed. Because the new system that replaced the peerages is essentially the Prime Minister of the day can just put any of his cronies in the House of Lords. Or failed politicians or former prime ministers get elevated to the House of Lords. And it's like a retirement home for your politicians now rather than an actual effective chamber. So that's my point. The hereditary peers should be in the Lords. If you want to reduce the numbers, that's fine, but that was already done. Okay, so you just want to leave it. That's what I would say about that. You need to leave the hereditary peers in place. People that aren't elected, they've got a different view of things because they're not seeking re-election. They're seeking to do, generally speaking, what's best for their part of the country because they have an actual vested interest in the country because they own land, the landowners, okay? That's where the hereditary peers originally came from. Basically, all the peers were before the king, and they were like, you need to cut us into this. You can't just rule with an iron fist. You need to go through us, basically, otherwise you will lose our support. It was the beginnings of Parliament, let's be clear. The Commons came later. This was the beginning of Parliament. So for the Prime Minister to come in and say, no, we're going to get rid of all of this. Well, what's he going to do next? Is he going to abolish the monarchy next year? I mean, come on. Let's be realistic. Many of the problems that we've got in the United Kingdom can be levelled at Tony Blair. Before 2009, we didn't have a Supreme Court. We had the Law Lords in the House of Lords, okay? That should be the highest court in the land, the House of Lords, the way it always was. Would the Law Lords have said the Rwanda plan was unlawful? Unlikely. Would the House of Lords, the Law Lords, have said, we need to kowtow to Brussels and the ECHR, now we've Brexited? No. They would have said, law is made in this place. That was the whole point of Brexit. Okay. So that's what I would say. Keir Starmer, leave our peers alone. And, interesting side note, Jamie Lee Curtis, the Hollywood actress, actually attended a state opening of Parliament in the 90s. And the reason why she attended a state opening of Parliament in the 90s is her husband is Spinal Tap actor Christopher Guest, who's actually a baron. So, do I want her husband to lose his seat? No. Do I want any of the peers to lose their seat? No. And at least on paper, it's against my interest. I'm not a hereditary peer. I've got no right to be in the House of Lords. And yet I can see the value of it. Your mileage may vary, as always. That's just my view. That's what I'm going to do on this channel. I'm going to give my view, warts and all. Welcome to debate, welcome to disagree, but that's what I promise you, to be truthful to who I am. So, if you agree with me on the House of Lords, let me know. If you think I'm talking out of the back of my head, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.